What's up, everybody? Really appreciate you all for jumping in. My name is Law Nation. We're going to talk real quickly on the Antwaun Woods situation and scenario. The Cowboys re-signed him for another year, so he's re-up for another year or so. I didn't get into details of how long his contract is. I believe it's for a year. That seemed to be the going price for the Dallas Cowboys as relates to defensive acquisition during this offseason. Now, here's the thing. They decided to go with that type of route and pursuit. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What is the price of winning a Super Bowl? How focused are we with winning the Super Bowl? That's number one thing, right? And we do hear news and noise out there for the Kansas City Chiefs. They made some acquisitions as well as it relates to trade situation. Remember this, the draft is designed to develop guys. The free agency and trade is designed to really input the need that your team is requiring. So in this trade piece, I got it right here. In this trade piece, the Ravens received 2021 first round draft pick, 2021 third round draft pick, 2021 fourth round draft pick, and 2022 fifth round draft pick for Orlando Brown. Chief. He's a now chief guy. Now, that is important. The value of knowing and recognizing what your team needs is an important one. And you got to figure out how I can elevate whatever I have on my team for once, right? And how I can insert and pull in and bring somebody that can help out. And Orlando Brown, of course, with the full capacity of this whole situation, also the Chief will receive the second round draft pick of 2021. They did some swapping here and there. And 2022 sixth round draft pick for that acquisition. So that's willing and dealing. Now, Orlando Brown, of course, is he a Tyron Smith? No. He's not a Tyron Smith, but he's a guy that can solidify a front five offensive line. That is the value of doing business. That is the value of making sure that everything during the offseason, that you can figure it out. A way is all you need to figure out. Now, just putting that out there. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Shout out to Orlando Brown for jumping from the Ravens to the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll figure out 2 to 3 years down the line how all of that stuff worked out, right? Right? If they get a Super Bowl out of it, then we'll say, hey, you see what happened, right? You see what they were able to do. Now, going back to the Dallas Cowboys, a team we don't like, right? We love this team. We want to see what's best for this team. We want to be able to see this team do great things. Now, the draft is right around the corner, and I would tell you guys this one little thing while they're doing some working in the background over here. I'll tell you this one little thing. The Dallas Cowboys better figure this out during the draft, because we done already hear news and noise and excerpts that, hey, they're looking into this draft to build and develop players, and they feel the best option for us needs and developing is all done through the draft. All of it. Now, that's a core philosophy. Here's the other thing. When they bring in these guys for visits, the virtual visits, whether it be a J.C. Horn, a Kyle Pitts, or the Patrick Surtain, they're doing their due diligence. It's crazy how it can be breaking news left and right for the Cowboys when that happened. And there's nothing wrong with making sure that you cross all of the T's, dot all of your I's, which is good. Flat out good, Cowboy Nation. But let's not get too pumped up and hyped up because they brought in this guy or that guy. Remember, some of this stuff is designed for it to be a smoke screen. That's all it is. Now, Cowboy Nation, I have to tell you this right here too. When you think about the pathway where we are going with Coach Quinn, When you think about what we did last year on the defensive side of the ball, if we can move, because we with this belief now, big game James, Boss Cowboy, the OC, and a few of us when we was outside, I think it was at the Waffle House, or we could have been at the Mavericks bar. One of those two locations, we were talking about this right here, this core responsibility of this defense. If we can move from being on the back end to being in the middle, then baby, we improve. And I know it's only marginally, but if Coach Quinn can take us from being not from way back here, but bringing us a little bit closer to the front end, then we win it. We win it because I believe in the hearts of hearts that this offense can still put up north of 28 points a game. I think that this offense will still be dynamic. It's just that we need these little pieces as far as that offensive front, the front five, the offensive line, and I'm thinking, just from my observation from what we did last year, that we for sure in this particular draft can find somebody better than a Terrence Steele. We for sure can find somebody in this draft that's better than a Brandon Knight. And shout out to Brandon Knight, he did a wonderful job, by the way, stepping in and being in. I think we can do that. So I'm very optimistic about this offseason, about this team heading into this season. I'm very high on this team. Although I have to give you guys some objective thoughts and saying, okay, this happened over here and that happened over there. But collectively speaking, I think that we are still on a better pathway than what we were last year. That's just me. I know a lot of people gonna say, nah, Lord, we heading down the same path, a bridge that leads to nowhere. But no, I'm looking at it that we are in a better situation than what we were last year. But shout out to Antwaun Woods for getting his coin, his bag, his paper for one more year. And let's see how this team operates and moves for this draft. Look, they do got some interior guys in this draft that we can take a real good look at. And look, they do got some guys on the DB land that we can take a real good look at as well. I believe that these guys will figure it out. I do. But as we thinking that we're improving, let me go back to this list. The Ravens, they improve by their draft category. They got a lot of picks for this year, next year, right? The Chiefs, they looking at it like, hey, they're only one or two players away. And they probably got a bad taste in their mouth because nobody want an offensive lineman until they need them. And during the draft, hey, they said, we want a sure thing. We want to be able to make some movements to grab something that's tangible. They got some historic data that we know that can protect our quarterback. That's how the Chiefs looking at it. They don't want to go through the draft and say we develop it. See, the Cowboys, we love that draft. We love going through the draft and trying to develop it. Oh, I'm going to talk about something else with another rule changing. It's about to happen too. They're doing some experimenting stuff. I'll do that on another episode. But if you like this channel, hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Once again, my name is Law Nation. Be sure to tell that friend and neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. Just tell them. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys, baby. Let's go. We out. Peace.